just a little background on the stadium. So the project for the stadium started in the 50s, and it was won by an architect called Carlo Cocchia. So he designed the stadium. They started building it in 1952, and it was ready about 7 years after. It only had one ring, and the first game was Naples Juventus. The Italian Prime Minister Alcide De Gasperi, the head of the DC, the Christian Democrat Party, was present, and the Naples team won 2-1 against Juventus. Later on, they decided to add another ring to the stadium, and so they dug out the next ring, and so it got 2 rings. And then it underwent other works in the 1980s, and finally in the 1990s for the World Cup. And the 3rd ring was then added right on the top under the coverage, but they stopped using it in 2004 because of too many vibrations perceived by the surrounding buildings and inhabitants. So basically, in the 80s, when Maradona scored, it was almost like the wave of an earthquake. Other important works were carried out in 2020, when they built the LED walls, in other words maxi screens, when they changed the lighting of the stadiums, they modernized the video cameras, and they added 1,600 seats to form the Napoli writing on the Distinti sector. This is Distinti, and behind me there is Tribuna, which is the most expensive part of the stadium. So this here is the Tribuna, where you can buy the most expensive tickets. In front of me there is Curva B, and behind me there is Curva A. So Curva means bend, so it's the rounded part of a stadium. In the 80s, the most hardcore Naples supporters used to be Curva B, but nowadays it's Curva A with the hardcore support groups. This slice of a stadium is dedicated to the opposing football fans and people related to the other team. We have a guy from Milan who came to Naples to see the stadium, so we know he's a good sport. He doesn't mind visiting our stadium, although he's from Milan. Cheers! Forza Milan e Forza Napoli, uniti dallo sport. This is the passage of the stadium where Maradona came out and was presented to the supporters in 1982. So everyone wants to take a picture here. We have some visitors from Burkina Faso. Many people don't know this, but Rai Television in the 1990s invented HD transmission. So it was experimented the first times here in Italy and in San Paolo Stadium. We're inside the changing rooms of Naples Stadium, and this is the cold water, whereas this is the hot water for unwinding after the match. The whole changing room concept is quite simple. There's a kind of a locker or a cupboard, a hanger, a recharge point for mobile phones, and finally a seat. So we just had an interview with a young supporter of Naples team about the last match and why it was only a draw against Sassuolo, a match that Naples should have won. And he said that it was a mental problem, it was a mental issue, and next time they're going to do much better. These are many of our visitors today, and they're imagining they're holding a press conference. So this is the conference room.